Zekum, where have you been? And to that I say, doing non-YouTuber stuff. I had an apprenticeship for about 2 years, and I was more concerned about getting that full-time than I was about college, YouTube, showers. I have been learning these skills for 2 years, and it took the entire time from start to finish for me to feel comfortable with the fact that maybe I won't get full-time, which is a little ridiculous considering how they quite literally hired me so that I could be trained in that time to take the full-time slot, and I was worried for nothing now that I think about it. Don't even get me started. But I grew up watching YouTubers that first went to college and then graduated and then created YouTube videos. So I don't know why I thought I could have a pretty much full-time apprenticeship internship where I'm working 8 hours and then college every single day. After the apprenticeship, I had to go to the college, and that would be like a 30-minute drive, the class, and then a 45-minute drive back because it's always raining. I thought I could do it all. I was very painfully wrong. I'm sorry. But I have my associate's degree. My bachelor's degree is not that far behind, and now I'm back to doing what I actually like. I definitely have not been enjoying a lot of TV. I think I pretty much stopped watching all television. I do have a few moments in the morning to watch a little bit of daytime television, and daytime television is chock full of almost every court show you can imagine.
This is the matter of Young versus Adams. It's my understanding, Mr. and Mrs. Young, that you are suing your next door neighbors, Mr. and Mrs. Adams, for injuries that Mrs. Young sustained when the Adamses' bats got in your house and attacked her. You're asking this court to award you $25,000 for your past medicals and $95,000 for pain and suffering, for a total award of $120,000.
Common sense would let you know that if you're going to build a structure to lure certain types of animals, while the animals are not yours, you do bear some of the responsibility for the animals all of a sudden being a part of the neighborhood. And it's not as though there were only one bat in the couple's home. It was found that there were hundreds of bats just lying in waiting for the wife to confuse the bat for mold. I've seen the video that they have presented to the court as to, okay, bats, they can go into very small crawl spaces like an inch, like the size of like the first digit of your thumb. I don't know how she could have confused that as mold. I don't know, the bat was moving. I'm gonna scrub this mold, and the bat, obviously being a wild animal, was like, okay, come on now. From the start, I was with the eco-friendly couple. To me, it didn't really seem as though they had to pay $120,000, because I could fully understand paying half of the personal injury, but I didn't understand the pain and suffering. And pain and suffering in some of these court cases, I don't know how you calculate. It's just very random to me. I don't know what the perfect amount of pain and suffering for what she has gone through is. $95,000. I don't know, especially when the pain and suffering is more than the medical bills. If the medical bills are $25,000, then yes, I could be extremely comfortable with telling the eco-friendly couple, hey, you lured these animals to this neighborhood, and this lady got attacked. By way of all of these medical bills adding up to $25,000, it's an unintended consequence. But honestly, really, as eco-friendly people, you should know the general, what bats do, especially in neighborhoods when you're trying to lure a bunch of them to kill a bunch of mosquitoes, right? So I could understand them paying the $25,000. I don't know where the $95,000 came from. If you know anything, or if you think that that's a fair amount, please explain to me why you think so down in the comment section, because I am at a complete loss that pain and suffering could be more than the amount of your medical bills. Anyway, you would think the woman who has been attacked, completely jostled mentally, would have won something. No. Unfortunately, by way of, if I'm being completely honest, extremely simple, very questionable reasoning, she completely lost. And I was shocked. I thought she was gonna get something. She got nothing. Of course, I got this video from YouTube so that I could post the clips. There are comments that that illustrate both my opinion at the beginning and at the end, and then they include this little tidbit of some random judge, really, in New York. I don't even know where these people are from. Essentially agree with the verdict. Now, I don't watch this particular judge very often, and this is the first time I've seen this done, but I still don't know. One of these comments, you can't blame somebody for being attacked by a wild animal. That's like blaming someone for being attacked by a bee because they planted a flower. Which, while true, were the bats completely native to that area? Because they skimmed across that explanation saying that there are woods in the backyard. Compared to the diagram, it's fairly close. One thing that did happen during the case, and it's like this very little information drop everyone missed, is in the middle of them telling all of these things that happened, they did mention the Asian couple left the door open when they were doing the renos. Regardless of whether they left the door open, if there was even a little tiny hole the bat could have went through, they can't necessarily be surprised that the bats were coming. Pain and suffering to it like eludes me, but I would have given them half of the medical payments. It's like if my next door neighbor was like a hoarder and their hoarding habits brought a bunch of wild like raccoons in, and a raccoon got into my house. Regardless if I left the door open or not, the raccoons would not be there undoubtedly if you didn't keep your house so dirty. But then again, I can't prove that. So originally I was going to make this video recording all of the themed court shows that I have watched over the past year. However, in finding videos for divorce court, that might honestly be my longest video. I have a lot of opinions about modern dating. You will hear from me when I get all of my thoughts together. I am glad that I was able to get this out. I thought I would be camera shy because I've been trying for the past week to just get in front of, if you're watching this and you've been watching my videos before about a year ago, that you're still on board. I am shooting for at least once per week, and you can hold me to that. Thank you very much for sticking with me through said dumpster fire. I will see you in the next one.